Have you checked what your home is actually worth lately? It's hard to believe we're already halfway through the year. And every year around this time, I find myself having the same conversation with homeowners. They'll ask me what their home is worth. And when I tell them, the response is usually one of two things. Either they're surprised it's worth more than they thought, or they're surprised it's not worth what Zillow told them. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I think it's a good idea to check in on your home value at least once a year. Not because you're planning to sell tomorrow, not because you need to make a move, just because a lot can change in 6 months. I think people sometimes assume home values move in a straight line, and they don't. Some neighborhoods appreciate faster than others. Some prices stay more active than others. Buyer demand shifts. Inventory changes. And sometimes what's happening nationally looks very different from what's happening right here in Glendale or Peoria. For example, I can have two homeowners who live only a few miles apart, and their homes may have experienced very different levels of appreciation depending on the neighborhood, the type of home, and what's currently happening in the area. That's why I always tell people to be careful with online estimates. Zillow can be a useful starting point, but it doesn't walk through your home, it doesn't know if you've remodeled your kitchen, it doesn't know you've added a pool, and it doesn't know if buyers are paying a premium for your particular neighborhood right now. And sometimes it can be off by a pretty significant amount. One thing I've noticed over the years is that many homeowners have no idea how much equity they've built. Again, that doesn't mean they're selling, most aren't, but it's still helpful information to have. So maybe you're thinking about making updates to the house. Maybe you're wondering whether it makes sense to move in the next couple of years. Maybe you're just curious. There's nothing wrong with simply wanting to know where you stand. And honestly, I think that's especially true this year. The market isn't behaving exactly the way it was a few years ago. We're seeing some neighborhoods perform differently than others. Some homes are moving quickly, and some are taking longer. That's why broad headlines don't always tell the whole story. The question isn't really what's happening in the national housing market. The question is what's happening with your home in your neighborhood. That's the information that actually matters. So if you own a home in Glendale, Peoria, Arrowhead Ranch, Estancia, Fletcher Heights, or anywhere in the Northwest Valley, this might be a good time for a quick check-in. You may discover your home is worth more than you think. You may discover it's worth less than an online estimate suggests. Either way, you'll have a much clearer picture of where things stand. And if you're curious about your home's value or just want an honest opinion about what's happening in your neighborhood, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to share what I'm seeing.